Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the podcast. Shout out to everybody to checking in over at TCP Culture Playbook. Please like, subscribe, and follow. Shout out to everybody checking in over on Kick and all my people on Welcome to Edges of Podcast and over on my page, Jamal S. Richardson. Salute to all of you. All right, we're going to talk about some stuff tonight that is wow, there's been a crazy 72 hours, past 72 hours in the city of Georgetown, South Carolina. We're going to talk a little bit about it and what it means. And I'm going to give you some of my thoughts on it. Okay. So let's start out like this. One of the greatest balancing acts in our justice system is the concept of bail, right? You know, bail, when you do something, you are afforded bail so that you can get yourself out of court, so you can fight your case from the outside. Okay, it's rooted in the idea of freedom, that in America, you are innocent until proven guilty, and you shouldn't have to sit in a cell for months or years waiting on your day in court. But here's the slippery slope. When bail is granted to someone accused of a violent crime and they're released back into the community, and we're going to talk more about that, released back into the community part. What happens if they reoffend? Sometimes it's the same crime. Sometimes it's even worse. We're not talking about shoplifting or minor offenses. We're talking about people charged with attempted murder walking free, right? Talking about people with attempted murder charges walking free while their cases are pending, and then allegedly taking the life of someone else. It raises a tough question. How do we protect people's rights? And how do we protect the public? And at what point do we admit the system's second chance just created another victim in over the weekend in Georgetown County? Okay, a lot of things are at play here. I mean, like I said, in this case right here, this young man right here, Savion, who's being sought after for a alleged murder that took place in the Oatland section of Georgetown County. Known person of interest in a deadly nightclub shooting was arrested last year on attempted murder charges. The same kid, this person right here was arrested last year on attempted murder charges. Public records haven't confirmed whether he was out on bond, but the question lingers: if he was, how did the system weigh that risk? What were the decisions? I mean, was it somebody in his family? Did he have some family members connected to the judge that knew the judge, that possibly worked with the judge, or some kind of connection that said, hey, that boy, he need to be out? And here's the thing that is not said. When they let these people out, the Savions of the world, right? They're releasing these violent people back out into the community, into the Black community, because that's where they usually offend at, and that's where they usually go re-offend at. This is where he's alleged the attempted murder at, and this is, where he's being sought after now again for doing. Georgetown County isn't immune to repeat violent offenders. Statewide, law enforcement officials have documented multiple cases of suspects committing new violent crimes while awaiting trial. for earlier ones. And there was this white kid earlier this year that did the same thing in Georgetown County. Now, at that point, it's not on the police officers at that point. Police officers arrest, file the charges, bring the charges, bring the person to court. They don't have really much to do with the court system turning these people back out in the community, turning these people back out on the community, I should say. The city of Georgetown has been on fire again for the last 72 hours because there's a bunch of other stuff that we're talking about. We're going to talk about here in a little bit in regards to some other shootings and things. Let me get these pictures here. I say that they should implement stop and frisk in Georgetown. Now, some of you will say, "Oh, that's racist," and the ones of you who are saying that's racist, you 9 times out of 10, you don't live in the community with these people. 9 times out of 10, you don't live around these people who get bonded out and end up back in the community. To reoffend. And I mean, you got to ask at that point, there should be something in the law where the person that posted the bond for them, that's the person that said, "Hey, I'll make sure this person comes to court. I'll make sure this person does the right thing." That person should be charged too. Something to, because obviously this boy got out and got right back into the same environment that got him into what he ended up allegedly doing the other night, this past weekend. Again, this is Mr. Savion Grimmage. If you see him, please call Georgetown County Police Sheriff Department. I'll post that number here in a little bit. But he is wanted for here. Let me let these people tell you guys what this is about. Bring you up to speed here. Where we at?
When it comes to your home, you want a pro. Live Vibes Home Pros is your resource for home improvement professionals. From repairs and replacement to remodeling. Learn more at live5news.com/homepros.
It's not on YouTube.
So in Georgetown County, the coroner has
premium. Well, what am I doing here? No, there's 2 different stories. All right, let's get the story up here on the screen. Here we go, some sound.
has identified the victim killed in a shooting from early this morning. In Georgetown County, the coroner has identified the victim killed in a shooting from early this morning. That victim is 22-year-old Ricky Dixon. In the shooting, deputies have named Savion Grimmage as a person of interest, and they are looking for him for questioning. This shooting happened at a club on Fuzzy Drive in the Oatland community. Anyone who has any information on either incident is urged to contact officials at the number on your screen. That is 843-546-5102.
Super Days, the sale starts now. That's right, good credit, bad credit.
He lying. He is lying. All right. So again, they identified the shooter. I mean, they identified the person as this person by the name of Ricky Davis. Rest in peace, Ricky Davis. You know, I'm sure you did not go out to, and this is the second. This is the second body, second person that was killed at this location. I remember this name coming up, this little bar, little club or whatever coming up before, where a young lady was shot and killed, and that murder hasn't been solved yet. I remember they went through arresting the bar owner and all that other stuff, and apparently that had no effect because the bar is open again, and again somebody else has lost their life there. These are not the safest places to be hanging out, obviously, at these little bars and these little spots. And so, everybody's there. Obviously, somebody knew something in this case right here because they identified Savion earlier. I'm wondering, different clubs. So I'm confused. What was the other club? Wasn't that club on Fuzzy Drive? Okay, let's go back and let's see. Because I can be wrong. You're right. Because I think that other club is in Dunbar. And I apologize, all of it bleeds together over there. But yep, you're right. All right. Let's see what we got there. One person, early morning shooting name released. And this was from, oh no. This is from 2019. Hold on. Oh man, what was the young lady's name that was, I know her father. Let's see, different club that was in Dunbar when my friend died. Okay. I got you, Auntie. Yeah. I played football with her dad. Her dad is Perry Funny, right? That's what we talking about the same person, right? All right, let me see if I can find that. I can. Give me a second, y'all. No. Oh, that's that right there. Okay, yep. It was at on a separate incident in January 2024, a deadly shooting at Hush Lounge. Also, that's where that happened at. Gotcha. Yep. Yeah, they had another shooting in Georgetown. Man, I want to show y'all what they took off this boy. The kind of gun they took off this little kid. Well, they kids to me because they're 17. I guess one of them was 15. And in this case right here, that I'm about to show you, this guy was 18, 19 years old. And, you know, walking around with these type of guns, like, come on, dude. I mean, what are we doing here? I mean, walking the street. And you got to ask yourself, what kind of activities must you be involved in? And this was taken off of a kid in Georgetown. They took something similar to this off of a kid last year, walking around the damn Heritage Festival. Ain't nothing wrong with the AR. What's wrong with the people? This was taken off of a kid in Georgetown, South Carolina. This is why I say they need to bring back stop and frisk. I need to not bring back, but they need to bring stop and frisk. You know, some people say, "Oh, it's racist." It might be, but if it can remove these type of firearms from the street, and I've heard people say, "Well, the cause of this is that they're associating the cause of this with South Carolina adopting the open carry law," and I completely disagree with that. Um, because this open carry law is pretty much what gives you an opportunity to have a fighting chance. Because, and here let's look at the open carry law, and this is why I said people misinterpret it, but people will misinterpret anything to try to fit the narrative that they want it to fit. They're saying that the open carry law, or some people are trying to say that the open carry law is the reason why these kids are walking around with guns and you know, and doing this type of stuff to each other, right? And I say bullshit. That's what I call on it. Let's get this up here. Excuse me. That beer is sitting kind of crazy right now. All right, up on the screen with it. And here is, according to Google, South Carolina has recently become a permitless carry state, meaning adults 18 and older who can legally own a gun can carry it openly or concealed without permit or training. The part that people are overlooking is who can legally own a gun. And that's the thing. Outlaws, they operate outside of the law. They're going to carry a gun. This came into effect after Governor Henry McMaster signed the bill into law March 7th, 2024. While open carry is now generally legal, there are still restrictions such as prohibition in schools, prohibitions in school, courthouses, and other sensitive locations. Look at this, y'all. This is the comparison to the city of Georgetown when it comes to violent crime comparisons. And this is compared to the national average per 1,000 residents. So Georgetown is 10 times higher than the national average when it comes to violent crimes, And this goes back to what I was telling you guys the other night about, this perception that, Andrews needs help. And when in fact, no, the entire county is vulnerable. The entire county of Georgetown is vulnerable based on size alone. Like, what were some of those numbers that I came up with, but that I researched? I didn't come up with the numbers that are there. All right, Blue Table Talk. Where are these numbers at? Balenciago. Boom, 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 boom. I'm not even tripping on that. But yeah. And this is the city of Georgetown. And then in the county, there's one deputy for like every 100 square miles, like over 100 square miles. And you better be sure and lock your cars up now in Georgetown County, because apparently that's the new thing now. They're stealing the cars to go and do their drills. Oh, you don't know what drill is? Ask your sons and ask them, do they listen to drill music? I do. Apparently, Donald Trump does too, because he pardoned drill rapper NBA YoungBoy. You had to talk to a grandmother involved, she said, the Bloods and Crips. Yeah, it's serious, especially over there where you work at. But there is no safe place. Like, you gotta look out for yourself. Gotta keep your head on a swivel. What is that? Oh, man. Stella Rose is a good beer. I don't know who needed to hear that. What do you mean? Who's they? The gang came for him? Yeah, I mean, gonna love the towns. Gotta love where you're from. I hope you love where you're from. You should love where you're from. If you don't love it, then move away and find someplace where you love. You know? Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, you know? All right, what do I want to show y'all now? Oh, I got another video I want to show y'all. Another article. Another article I want to share with you guys. Remove you and add you, and here we go. And I'm always late with the promo, but here we go.
Sheriff's deputies are investigating a shooting that happened earlier this evening in the Greentown community. Deputies arrived to Player Street off Highway 17 at around 7:30 and reported that 2 vehicles and a residence were damaged. Deputies have told us investigators were processing the scene and interviewing witnesses to develop a suspect. We're waiting on an update from them now, and we'll be sure to bring you the latest on air and online as we learn more.
Cooking dinner is so much simpler with Home Chef's oven-ready meals, made with fresh, pre-portioned.
Cut it out with your pre-portioned ingredients. And there it is again. And that's the thing again, when these people bond out, they're not bonding out to some of these nicer neighborhoods, which you guys are, I'm glad that they're not. They're bonding up back to the quote unquote hood, and it's bad for the people that are around them. They need to arrest all his friends. They need everybody that's hanging out with him. They need to go to jail. You mean tell me y'all rocking around with a killer? Out on an attempted murder, now you accused of, and it's just like, so what message is the court sending? Like, you know what I mean? Y'all talking about the police. Why would you want to be a police if you do all this work? You arrest this guy, it's a good collar, a good arrest, and you riding around, and now you see this fool back out on bond doing the same thing. And there's nothing you can do about it because that's his right. What's the purpose of trying to clean up the streets if you're just gonna, you know what I mean? As soon as I deposit the garbage in, you deposit it out on the other end. And that's the one thing, I see a lot of white people commenting on, oh my God, this guy, you guys, fortunately, they not letting these people back out in your community. They're not letting you, they're not letting them back out to your community. You know what I mean? And everybody that's online saying free, they need to lock them up too. Bring a charge against, just make something up. I don't even care. Make a charge up. And you mean to tell me you got kids walking around the damn street with this type of firepower? Look at that clip on that. Who he going to kill? The Taliban? Who ain't get the death penalty? Well, the guy that pled guilty in the and I don't know a lot of details about that murder. I don't even know why that murder became. Again, I don't know the details of it. So I guess it's pointless to say that I don't know why that happened. I mean, why that trial was such a big thing. What about that trial did I miss? What happened in that case? Ron Todd. Yeah, I see the name, but what did? So tell me what you know. Let's go. Y'all see, Lori says she know. Lori, let's go. You got the floor. Let me remove this right here. Let me remove this right here. Let us know. So are you familiar with these people? Do you know them personally or something like that? Wait, let me remove this. All right, let me get some information on this real fast so I can I can properly ask you some questions here. Georgetown. All right, now you come on now. Don't get on here bashing the people in Georgetown. You need to tell me why you saying this. You need to tell me why you're saying this. Let's talk about Ron Todd a minute. Let me get a picture up here so we can properly talk about this. StreamYard. Y'all need to leave me alone. Yeah, I want to know why that so he got life without what did I just do? All right, what you got? All right, let's go. Oh, yeah, give me a second. I'm pulling. No, send me send me something. I'm looking for some stuff. I'm looking for some stuff on him right now on this stuff so we can talk about it. Give me a second. All right. There we go. I got something there. State only had circumstantial evidence against Ron Todd defense. He got life concurrent when he planned this because he was angry she left him. He killed them in front of a kid. Wow. Oh, is it jealous? I don't know if you can say that because I've seen some cases where I thought the person should get the death penalty. Black people, black brothers, and they didn't. Why did he not get the death penalty? Was he somebody when he was he somebody that was did he come from money or something? And why was this case so big? And what was all right, let's see what we got here.
Madam Board Lady and ladies and gentlemen. I can imagine that when each of you received your summonses to appear here today, you had 1,000 reasons why you didn't want to be here. You'd much rather be at work, much rather be with your family, much rather be at home, tending your own affairs and your own business.
So I guess this is defense doing
But I
his.
soon learned that that's not where justice is at all. It's not in the courthouse. It's not in this building. It's not in these walls. It's in your hearts and minds. That's it. You are justice. You are justice. The people, hearts and minds determine justice. And if it's not in your heart and in your mind, then it's
So
not
is he saying that he didn't
I
do
don't
it?
care how magnificent the building. It doesn't matter.
Why didn't the state pursue the death penalty? Is my
Ronnie
question.
Todd has pled not guilty. He has pled not guilty. There is no burden on his part. He doesn't have to do anything. But we are here. He didn't have to be here. The solicitor said to you, well, we got a witness who's going to say that they were present. Listen to that. What you're going to find is that there was a 9-year-old child in another room in the house. Didn't see anybody. There's not going to be one.
Was that his child?
iota of testimony that he saw anybody do anything. The question is going to be what he says he thought he heard. You listen to that. Now, they will try, or the state will, to put together what we call a circumstantial evidence case. All right? And all that means is this, is that let's look at all the circumstances surrounding it, and we take these little pieces and we try to add them all together. And if all those pieces.
Which means that he has a chance to beat this thing on appeal. Let's see, I think because it was a woman he dated, then left. Was it his child or was it the woman's child that he did this in front of?
Is fit together, then maybe we got the right person. That's essentially what it means in layman terms. listen to them as they present these pieces to you.
If that's the defense attorney, he is weak, and I see why he was found guilty.
And the solicitor indicated, he said, well, you know, he said to someone that if I can't have her, nobody's going to have her.
Did that person come to court?
Well, that's not murder. That is not murder. If it is, a lot of people be in jail right now. It's not a good expression, but it's not murder. It's not a crime to say it.
What part of the county did this happen in? They put the kid on trial. His record? What does he have? A record of domestic violence? Hell no. He killed that man in front of his child. Oh, it was the man's child. Well, they're saying that it was in the other room. I mean, and I'm only repeating that because of legal reasons. They sure did. They put the kid. Oh, they put the kid on the stand. Oh, this happened in Georgetown. I'm gonna look it up now. Give me 1 second here. See what I can find out here. Mute this. All right, name Ronnie LeGrand, Ronnie Todd Jr., 45 of Georgetown. Verdict. He was convicted of 2 counts of murder for the July 2022 killings of Emily Elizabeth. I can't pronounce her last name. She was 30 years old. And John Ashley Altman, he was 44 years old. Judge Michael G. Nettles imposed 2 life sentences without parole. All right, this happened the night of July 21st or 22nd, 2022 at townhomes on Fraser Street, US 17 in Georgetown. Prosecutors presented Todd's own text messages days before the shooting, threatening to kill. Gunshot residue on his car, hands, a suspected murder weapon, and a witness. Placing him at the scene, the jury deliberated about an hour. Okay. "13 years old. Prior violent history noted in warrants. Court document says criminal history includes at least one prior conviction for a crime of violence, which made it illegal for him to possess firearms. He was also charged with possession of firearms by a person convicted of a violent felony and probation violation tied to this case. Family of one victim published for the case to move forward in multiple delays to domestic violence, jealousy motive. 20-second live update on the double murder in Georgetown. The jury found Ronnie Todd guilty. Wait. You say go to booking? White privilege. He got 2 life sentences without parole. How is that white privilege? I mean, it's hard to convict somebody on circumstances. It's not hard to convict them, but it's hard to sentence them to death on circumstantial evidence. He was 6 years old at the time. Yeah, that's that case slipped under my radar. 2002 slipped past my radar, but I had a partner who was actually working on court TV on. He's there doing work with court TV on this case. I was there when he got the call to show up down there. He should have got the death penalty. Circumstances. Death. I mean, all right. So, South Carolina allows the death penalty, but only for murders that include specific aggravating circumstances or meet capital criteria such as killing multiple people in one action. Okay, that he definitely achieved that. Murder committed during another felony like burglary or kidnapping. Okay. A prior murder conviction among others. I don't think he's been convicted of murder before. In Ronnie Todd's case, though it was a double homicide, none of the publicity stated factors appear to align with those required to elevate the charge to a capital murder case. He sent text and he followed her and killed him. Everyone knows. Go watch. Where am I going to watch this at? Premeditated. I got premeditated. I got that part, but I mean, he didn't meet all of the aggravating all of the aggravating even in eligible cases, the death penalty is not automatic. South Carolina laws require a jury decision unanimous to impose the death. Absent unanimity, the default is a life sentence. Given that Todd received life without parole, it's likely the prosecution either did not seek the death sentence or the jury declined to impose it, possibly influenced by mitigating factors or insufficient aggravating evidence. Constitutional and policy consideration. Modern capital jurisprudence emphasizes individualized sentencing. Courts must weigh both aggravating and mitigating circumstances, not just the severity of the crime. South Carolina has overturned wrongful death sentences, and there's heightened awareness that capital punishment is irrevocable. So the trial is in Gab. He went there to kill him. South Carolina sucks. Yeah, but I guess possible reasons why the death penalty wasn't imposed in this case was lack of statutory aggravators to qualify it for a capital murder case. No unanimous jury verdict in favor of the death penalty, leading to life imprisonment, legal cautions, and policy concerns, including risk of irreversible errors and weighing of mitigating circumstances. Mitigating circumstances. What does that mean? He called me an in-lover years ago. He has so many charges. An in-lover. So you hate the letter N? Why don't you love the letter N? What is an in-lover? I'm an in-lover too. Why they took it off? That's weird shit. Oh, he was so angry. She left him for a friend. So, I mean, I don't know, the guy, it's a slippery slope, you know what I mean? Should she have started a relationship? You know what I mean? Should she have started a relationship right after, all that happened with them? It's just is a good question. Oh man, just crazy. Oh, let me get back to this. Yeah, well, oh man, don't sound good. Yawning on live, right? And it's 11:30, time to go. I crawled under about 10 houses today. I'm feeling it too. Yeah, but I mean, you don't think she knew he was crazy? She put that person in a dangerous position. That guy that got killed with her, she put that guy in a dangerous position. I mean, let's keep it real. Like, I'm sure she saw signs that Ronnie Todd was crazy before. Oh, you said something about Georgetown County. Man, Georgetown County Sheriff's Office website is so damn whack. Let me show you guys this. And somebody's being paid to run this site. Now don't let that slip past you. Ooh. It's time to turn it down. Turn it down for what? Because I'm sleepy. Look at this craziness right here. So I went to the Georgetown County Sheriff's Department website to, look up some of this information. So I thought that would be a good place to go. But here's the latest story that they have on their website. Nobody's updated the website. And I promise you, if you call down, I can't promise you that, but if you call down there, they'll give you some, John's been out on vacation. He'll be updating it when he gets back. You know what I mean? So you got one person winning this. The last time this was updated was Monday, July 14th, 2025, where they had a shooting incident in Pawleys Island where the guy was in custody, and then there was two people injured in July 13th. Oh, a shooting in Andrews. And then this is when the young man shot his father, July 14th. And these two people that jumped from a bridge still haven't got their names. A woman rescued from, what was that woman's name? People jumped over a damn bridge. Nobody knows who they are or what happened to them. It's kind of strange. Kind of strange. And this man, he was arrested for a shooting back in July. And there's a suspect in shooting in Andrews. And this investigation that led to all of these hunting rifles. That's back in June. Now, maybe since I got on here, they updated this website. Let's go here and let's see if they did that yet. Latest news, Pawleys Island. But yet, you have to go to these news agencies to get this information when this should be right here in front of us. But, instead of trying to look like 90210 with the beach patrol and all this patrolling the beach or whatever, and, the river patrols, and Georgetown County is vulnerable, period. And that's why they have these this extreme violence out in these areas that are not heavily populated, and we have these. It's on booking. All right, let's go to booking. Let's go to Georgetown County bookings. Georgetown County Sheriff's Department. Booking and release. Bingo bongo. Let's go. See who's all up to date here. Marquise, what you got? Driving under suspension. Got you too. Fade to appear. They got you for Owens, Christopher Owens. Georgetown Sheriff's Department, don't know what they got you for. 35-year-old man. Joseph, whatever her name is, driving under suspension. Third offense, DUI. Damn it, you ain't got a license and you drinking. Come on, cuz. Bonita Stafford, 26. Assault and battery, 3rd degree. You done got in an argument with somebody who called the police on you. Domestic violence. Are you guys able to see what I'm saying? Or am I just talking to myself? Yep, I'm talking to myself. All right, let's pull this up. My bad. I thought I had that on the screen. It's late and I'm tired. Oh, let's pull it up on the screen now so you guys can see what I'm seeing. Do you see what I see? Every day like orangey. Do you see what I see? Every day like orangey. And then you got Catherine Wadford Mitchell. Failure to appear for felony. You got to show up to court, lady. Tools, possession, making implements capable of being so you was riding around with tools. You can beat that charge though, miss. Then we got Arthur Lashane. Hindering an officer. Receiving stolen goods. Okay. You see what I see every day. Orange tree. All right, let's look up this guy named Ronnie Todd. No, man, come on. Where is this thing? That's his name, right? Ronnie, Ronnie. Let's go. RONETODD. Let's go. Ain't showing me nothing on this guy here. I don't know if I can find anything. Look it up on your end and see if I'm doing something wrong here. Because all it's giving me is this current stuff. These guys right here. Do you see what I see? Let's see what this guy's real name is. Every day. Ronnie LeGrand. ONNEGRANDGODDJ. I can't find it. It's all good. I'm going by name. Boom, 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 boom. I'm going by name. You see it right there. See? Search by name. All right, it's hot. I done got hot. This damn drink's starting to set in on me. I'm over here sweating. Literally over here sweating. All right. Hey, guys, make sure you all tune in tomorrow. Real Talk Tuesday. I'm out, y'all. All right, Auntie, I'll see you.